call the transportation meeting to order for October 13th. Like to, Councilman Clowat is absent for work. All other members are present. Councilman Lord is going to lead us in invocation, followed by the pledge.
Dear Lord, we just ask that you be with us tonight. We ask that you give us wisdom as we make the best decisions possible for this parish. We ask that you give us strength to get through our daily tasks and grace to do them according to your will. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Anyone wishing to speak on any please sign it with Miss Liz. We'll move into agenda item number 4, the road department monthly update. Ms. Jackie.
Good evening, Transportation Committee. I've included in each of your packets the detailed report for your district, but in summary, which is also included, we've completed 206 work orders in the month of September. Those work orders not including grass cutting and spraying. For grass cutting and spraying, total we've sprayed and cut 227 miles in the month of September. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Anyone having any questions? A comment on the monthly report? We'll move into number 5, the road project status update report. Ms. Jackie.
First, our big, update is the Roddy Road bridges are final and open and complete, and we're really pleased with the outcome of that project. So you'll see the substantial completion for that project tonight on the agenda. Next, the Westworthy clearing and grubbing contract was advertised, and those bids are due October 27th. So next month we'll be bringing hopefully the lowest bid for your approval. The Roddy Road widening from 621 to 931, our right-of-way acquisition is going very well. We own now 14 parcels completely, and there's 13 parcels we're working on, and those are going well too. The Roddy Road at Airline turn lane, we're excited. We'll be getting bids tomorrow morning. So in November, you'll be seeing hopefully that lowest bidder to award that contract in November. Airline at 621 and Airline at 929, they're continuing right-of-way acquisition on that project. I did receive 100% plans, so they're on track to have those parcels acquired by January of 2010. 932 and 933 right-of-way acquisition, I also received those complete plans. They're trying to negotiate with some of those landowners. I'll have to give you a better update next month, and that's a kind of troublesome right-of-way acquisition. On the 2007 widening project, which is Seabro turn lane at Bluff and Swamp Road turn lane at Perkins and Henry Road turn lane at 73, that total project is approximately 45% complete, and we are hoping the rain will hold out tomorrow to put the asphalt on Henry and open it as planned. They have the boxes in and backfilled, and they're ready for asphalt. So if we can have a dry day with a dry enough bedding material, we'll have that open by the end of the week as planned. On our state projects, this is the same exact information from last month. There's no new information or status changes on those projects. The only I did get a call today from a DOTD engineer to ride 42 next week to go over some drainage outfalls, and they're moving on those plans. So I'll have more information on Monday when I meet on the site at 42. Does anyone have any questions on the project update?
Any discussion?
Just would ask if after the ride with DOTD about 42, if you could kind of email us an update, that'd be fantastic. That's
Surely.
Good to hear, though. Thanks.
Any other discussion?
Oh, I do have another one, I'm sorry. Mr. President, you had mentioned something about Highway 73 and the sewer costs there being more. And was any...
Jefferson.
Yes.
Yeah, we stimulus money, we going through the MPO, and that's the project that we put in. We're hoping we can take it from airline to the bridge, starting in where it comes out on airline from the Godman area. So
Actually,
take it all the way. Hopefully that can be done. We know we have what, Jackie? Can you maybe give me, have you heard any more on that project?
The last meeting we had at DOTD, the status was after they see where some of the earlier projects come in as their awarded contract amount, it may be under budget, therefore we would get our entire project length. If the budgeted funds are short, we would still receive mill and overlay on LA 73, but the project limits would be shortened to our budgeted amount. So there, we're hopeful we're going to get some work on LA 73 from the parish line to airline.
Excellent. That's great. That road's in terrible shape. But I was also asking about, Mr. President, you had mentioned about the sewer cost on Highway 73.
Cost on 73, in talking to Jackie, they're going to have to put it down very, very deep there. And we were originally told it would be about $1.5 million, and then we put some extra money in it. I think we have around $2 million now, maybe $2.5 million in there, but now we're being told it may cost up to $4 million. So again, the cost continually rises. Now what we're anticipating is that the cost may not be as much on 42 because they'll have the medium. So Jackie, you got anything to add to that?
Just to explain why the cost is high, the actual cost of the pipe and the cost of the manhole is not what is increased. It's due to the fact that we're putting the sewer in a center turn lane while traffic is going to be driving on these outside lanes. So the construction activities are going to be very difficult. There's nowhere to actually excavate and haul dirt. There's going to be difficulty turning the backhoe with traffic moving. It's going to be a slow and tedious process. So that's why we're getting figures that are higher than we anticipated.
Do we need to look at, as far as the budget for next year, do we need to consider based on the increased cost of 73?
I think we're going to be okay. Hopefully some of these other projects will come in under, and either way we're going to have to bite the bullet. So, but hopefully, as I said, 42 will come in below, and it'll be a couple years, so maybe we can recover from that. And again, we don't have an actual cost at this time. We just thinking from what we're looking at and looking at the plans that it'll actually go up to around $4 million, which is gonna be a little bit more than we wanted to bite off of. I'm gonna see if we can maybe talk to some of our delegation and see if they can help us a little bit with that.
Great.
Any other discussion? I had one, Miss Jackie, on the Highway 932 and 933 intersection improvement. You're gonna bring us back with, you having some right-of-way problems there?
We finished right-of-way maps. We're getting ready to actually negotiate, but during the survey portion of the project, there's a landowner who refused to even allow the surveyors on the property. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. So I'm anticipating that we're going to have problems there. But we got through the maps. We did get the maps done. And we're going to have to figure out what we need to do with this landowner. But it's going to be it looks like a little bit of a negotiation.
All right. Thank you for that. Anyone else? Now we're going to move into number 6, certificate of substantial completion for Roddy Road Bridge. Ms. Jackie?
We're bringing before you tonight the substantial completion for Roddy Road bridges. We are recommending approval of the substantial completion. We do have some punch list items, but most of these items actually, since the date that it was actually written, have already been completed. So we recommend approval of the...
Mr. Jim.
Moved by Councilman Lambert.
Second.
Second by Councilman Joseph. Any discussion? None, motion passed. I'd like to just add, I'd like to thank GSA and our contractor, Mr. Richard Price, on this project. Did a real good job. Number 7, discussion of road exchange option with DOTD. Ms. Jackie, the parish president.
We were prepared to talk about the 4 options in your packet. However, as late as this afternoon, we have been given another option that came through Mr. Grant, and that option appears to be the most reasonable and in our best interest. The option not seen here that we're really excited about is DOTD has offered to improve LA 932, then transfer ownership to us. So we wouldn't actually swap out a road for it, but they would do maintenance on it and improve it before we got it. So that's the option that was presented this afternoon that is not on this list. And I'm not sure if Parish President Martinez would like to speak on his.
Councilman Lambert.
So I guess what you're saying, they're wanting to, I guess, take away from their mileage and don't want an addition from the parish.
We have 3 options or 4 options that we can look at. You got the list, Jack?
Yes, and I can go over them if you want me to go
Yeah.
over 'em. The original 4 options
I got
were,
it right there.
number 1 was direct transfer of LA 932 to us. Number 2 was to transfer 932 in exchange for Boudreaux Road. Just so you know, LA 932 is 11,690 feet. Boudreaux Road is 5,733 feet. And Boudreaux Road, as you all know, is in great condition and recently, widened and improved. The third option was to transfer LA 932 and LA 930 to us in exchange for Germany Road. Germany Road is 10,624 feet, which when you add 930 and 932, those well exceed the length of Germany, and the condition of LA 930 is not a very good condition. And the fourth option was exchange LA 932 for George Lambert and BCO. What's not written here that I had confirmation on today, the limits of George Lambert and BCO would only be from Stringer Bridge to Gold Place Road. It's not the entire limits of the road. And when you combine those 2 pieces of roadway, they total 10,614 feet. And then this new option of improve the road and then hand it over. Those were all the options we were given.
Discussion, Mr. Lambert.
Okay, originally where we was coming from with this road, I know we got several other options in here, but the original was Germany Road, correct? Only. And then all of a sudden we got 3 more options that popped up all of a sudden.
What we had suggested to DOTD was 931 extension, which is Germany Road, and then the Black Bayou extension from
Correct.
44 to Airline. This is what they came back with, so we're still negotiating. That's why we brought this to you at this point. And the other option they came back with was to just go ahead and spend whatever money it is, get the road in top condition, and then the parish just take over an extra 2 miles of roads and put into our system. So the option is still yours. Again, you got 5 options now instead of 4.
Councilman Joseph.
The improvement is just to overlay the road or just bring it up. There's no widening, there's nothing else. It's just basic what it is right now, and just improve the
Improve the existing road, put a new asphalt layer on it, and hopefully we can negotiate on that ditch that's right next to the road, possibly putting some sort of barricade there or something. But again, this is your call. All we can do is give you what we were given options. We did go to them. This is what we gave them. Probably to improve that road and do the 2 miles and do it the way it's supposed to be. It's going to be $1.5 million, $2 million, I would think, to do it right. looking at your options, probably the number 4 option would be pretty much mile for mile on here. The first option is the least desirable, and of course as they go down, but the options that DOTD would like is the first one and maybe the second one, because of the newness of Boudreaux Road. But the third and fourth options kind of turn back toward us as far as in our favor, and the fifth one, if you want to look at that one.
Mr. Joseph?
Mr. President, when you just say we're gonna have to look at widening that little section right there, we're gonna have to spend some money to improve that area because it's a hazard.
There's one area there that it says it's a ditch, but it's actually a bayou that goes through there. It's very, very wide, and it's just, to me, dangerous. It's a dangerous stretch of road. So yes, that's something that we have to look at. But either way, we'll assume that if we swap, no matter what. Now, if we can negotiate with them, if they want to upgrade the road, that could be part of the negotiation. So as I said, we still in a negotiation stage. Nobody's made any commitment one way or the other. That's why we're bringing these options to you first.
Yeah. Well, I would love to have y'all put that option in there, negotiate for that portion of it as a hazard. If we could get all of it for that, they do all that, I think that'd be a pretty good deal.
Councilman Lambert?
Mr. President, I guess maybe refresh my memory on it. What was the reason for these swaps originally?
Well, basically, we had
Where did they come from? Who initiated the swaps?
Councilman Lambert asked, and the reason being is that Mayor Evans and 932, there's been a rash of wrecks. We've gone to DOTD and asked them to look at it, to study it, maybe put a light there, maybe put a 4-way stop sign there, and they said it does not meet any of those tests. So that's why we had on this, and that's how it got started.
So we want to take in the road and actually put lights or something?
Yes, I put 4-way stops at least.
Since the state don't want to, we want to take in the road, okay.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't sure what initiated this swap, you know?
Well, we have Miss Cannon that lives there, and she every time there's a wreck, and there's been a couple people that's been killed there, and it went right in her yard, and that's basically how this got initiated.
All right.
And thank you, Parish President, for that. And it's really hard for our constituents out there to deal with this. I think we, is one fatality away from getting a 4-way stop. The speed limit is 55, and we've been trying to get it down to 45. And this is, we really need to take this section in. I really like the fifth option, if possible, that we could just let them upgrade it. We take it over, but I would like to take this over as soon as possible if the board would go with that, or have some more discussion. It really doesn't matter, but as soon as possible, it's going to help. It's going to help everyone. Councilman Lambert?
Okay, what is the parish's remedy for the intersection? Is it just red lights, or what are we planning on? Do we have a plan to
a 4-way stop, and to lower the speed limit from 55 to at least 45?
Okay.
So
I think 4-way stops work well. I don't know why they don't use them more. But
we have 4-way stops all the way from, all the way through the Roddy Road, so
Right.
it would match everything we have.
Yes.
So
Mr. Lowell?
essentially, I mean, if the state upgrades the road, overlays with asphalt, gets a top shape, that buys us what, 10 years?
10 years.
So 10 years. I'm trying to see the downside to it personally. I think that's a pretty good deal. I'll go ahead and I'll make a motion that we pursue that ask administration to continue negotiating on that fifth option.
Motion by Councilman Chris Lohr to go with the fifth option. Second by Councilman Joseph. Any other discussion? None. Motion passed. Thank you.
Councilman Lambert,
Mr. Jackson.
maybe we should make a resolution to this effect to send to them. Just a suggestion. Mr. Grant, do you think we need a resolution?
Okay, you want to make,
I'd like to have some flexibility to negotiate a little more on part where the ditch is.
Yeah, we don't want to have to spend millions there to fix that ditch because it's going to take a bunch.
Do you want to just come back to us maybe, or with?
Rescind the motion and just make the rescind it.
We'll rescind the motion, or do you want to just add on that we,
Resolution, if you don't, just say that we want to negotiate, we want to look at the fifth option, and then we'll just open a negotiation, resolution, open negotiation with the state.
What the fifth option?
Sure. I thought that's
that's
what I said.
Councilman
yeah.
Lohr had second by
Continue negotiating on
Councilman
that fifth option.
Oliver Joseph. Any other discussion? None, motion passed. Number 8, speed limit reduction, Ms. Jackie.
This was a request brought to DPW by the councilman in that district, and we have no objection to this speed limit reduction.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Chris Lohr, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. Discussion? None, motion passed.
Motion adjourned.
Motion by Councilman Todd Lambert,
Second.
second by Mr. Oliver Joseph.
There you go.
None, motion passed.